Hey Heather, I wanted to send you this video to show you how to really utilize your website so we can start getting you a lot more clients. So, I know that you're in Missouri City, or Missouri, I'm not sure if I said that right, but you're out here right outside of Houston, and I know that you served in Houston. So, people look up this term, wedding photography, Houston, 390 times a month. I'll let it reload so you can see that again. So, 390 times a month. I think that's where you're going to find most value whenever you, if you decide to restructure your website. I really think you should, though. Now look, the first person popping up are these people called The Knot. And I'm going to tell you why. These are organic listings. I'll talk about the maps later on in the video, but right now we're talking about organic listings. So these guys. Let's go to your site. I'm going to just tell you right now, these pictures are actually really nice. It shows that you know what you're doing, that you're really good at taking pictures, but at the same time, you're not going to rank for whatever you need to be ranking for. So your rankings are going to be so far gone that unless someone is looking for you specifically and they're typing in like Heather Purvis photography or something like that, they're probably not going to find you. And the main reason for that is Google loves content. So Google loves the amount of content you have on a page. For instance, this is your home page. You should have at least 1,500 words of content minimum. Especially for photographers. A lot of photographers don't do that. It's easy to beat them in that aspect. So you might want picture here, obviously, a little bit of words throughout this. You don't want it too stuffy. It's an aesthetic niche. So you're going to want some words under here. Maybe you want this, maybe you want some words on the side, some words here. So the nice to meet you is good if someone's actually on your site. But like I said, you need to start ranking a little bit better because, I mean, saying that you're a storyteller and you're passionate and stuff, that'd be great on a About Us page. But not necessarily for a home page. And there's not much content here. I'm going to do one of my checks really fast. Let's see if I can do it or not. It's not letting me do it. Well, this one. Save as. Home Heather Purvis photography. So that tells me that you're not saving these with the title behind them. So Google, obviously it can't see the picture, so it's only able to read certain stuff. So let's see this one. Save as. Yeah, it's all the same thing. And that's just because it's on the home page and your site title is probably Heather Purvis Photography. But this is what it's going to see. It's going to see this right here. That's why it's already highlighted. It's going to see a bunch of numbers and a bunch of letters. So if you want to start ranking better, you need to utilize everything on your site to actually start helping you out. So that's the first thing I recommend, $1,500 or 1,500 words. These guys, although they don't have much here, their overall site has a lot of content. And they threw some of these in here to make them super relevant. Frequently asked questions. You can throw that in yours too. Houston's best photographers. Houston photographers. You see what they're doing here? Photographers in Houston, great Houston photographers. They're doing a bunch of keywords they're putting into their content. So, if you did 1,500 keywords, it's actually super easy to start taking over in that aspect of SEO. Next, the next aspect of SEO that will really help you rank is something called a backlink. So, I'm not sure if you know what these are, but a backlink is like a vote. Not all votes are equal. So, yeah, not all these votes are equal. An example of backlink, I think the easiest explanation would be if a news station writes an article about you guys and they have a link on their site and that sends people to your site. That's a backlink. So, it says you have your site listed on 31 other domains, which gives you 60 backlinks. It could be more if you get quality backlinks, but purely the amount of backlinks you have is what you're worried about. These metrics here have a little bit of influence also. So DR stands for domain rating. Effectively, this is your trust factor. It's out of 100. So you have 13. URL rating. This effectively is your power factor for that page. Now, this power comes from backlinks and the content you have. Let's go to these other guys, the Knot. They have 18.9 million backlinks on their overall site. Now the reason that these guys are beatable is because this is a location page. This isn't actually their overall site. Because here we go. This is the overall site. Right here. They have so much content throughout the entire site, and it makes them super relevant. It makes their entire site really relevant for what they're trying to rank for. So whenever they do something like Houston photography, like the page that we were just on, there's already a trust factor built into it. So their overall site has 18.9 million links. They have a trust factor of 91, a power factor of 18. Let's go to yours. 60, 13, 16. So you can understand, off of pure numbers, this is why they're winning. I want to talk about some keywords you're ranking for, because you do get some organic traffic. This is an estimate off of monthly organic traffic, and by organic traffic, that's everything that's being clicked on here. That means that they would have to be searching for something specific to you guys. So, you're number 1 for Heather Purvis. So if someone is looking for your service, they can find you, which is really good. You're getting about 13 from that. Rose down, plantation weddings. Rose down, plantation weddings. Number 4, number 5. You're getting a couple people from these. But when you go lower, you start noticing the traffic drops. A lot of these are in page 2. So, the Sienna Pediatric Dentistry, that's not something that's necessarily going to bring you the traffic that you want. This 1910 County Courthouse, not necessarily going to bring you the traffic you want. What you might want is this. It's only $30 a month though, but you're on the second page. One that you might want to target would be Harris County Courthouse Wedding, 100. If you're on the first page, I guarantee you get some of that. As you can tell, this is volume of 40. You're getting 13 people. Let's see, Springs Magnolia. There's various terms that you can actually target. But what I'm trying to say is that you need to switch up what you're targeting. So, these are what these guys are targeting. They're targeting specific keywords. Wedding photographers in Houston, 400 a month. Volume, they're getting 136. Wedding photographers, Houston, Texas, 350 volume, they're getting 119. So on and so forth. So they're getting about 4.5 million traffic on their entire site, but for the specific page, they're getting a couple hundred. They're targeting all the Houston. You can tell Houston, 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 Houston. Now, that is a really big reason actually on why they're ranking so well. So the last thing I want to talk about is a map listing. So I know you guys are in Missouri City. So you're not popping up in this map section. Although backlinks and content are taken into consideration for your ranking in the maps, the one thing that's going to have the most influence is going to be something called a citation. That's a listing in a directory that has your name, address, and phone number. I like to do 300 to 400 just to kind of give you an example of what you should be doing. An example of a directory could be Yelp. So, alright, to kind of kind of recap, my name's George Alanis. You can contact me at george@underdogleads.com if you like what I'm saying. The 3 steps that you need to implement as soon as you can is at least 1,500 words of topic relevant content. You need to get a lot more backlinks. You see what they're doing. It's purely a numbers game, and that's why they're winning. Lastly is citations. You need to get a lot of citations if you want to at least beat people on the maps. Alright, thank you for your time. If you have any questions, make sure you reach out to me. Have a good one.